I want to demonstrate to you how the left fights incredibly dirty and how they use bullying tactics, doxing in order to achieve their aims. The power of the mob to get what they want. Ned Staebler, a Democratic politician in Michigan, he didn't quite make it onto the ticket, but he has aspirations. On Twitter, he lists his middle name as Black Lives Matter. Ned Black Lives Matter Staebler. This man uses doxing, racism, underlying threats, and tells people that they are going to hell if they don't agree with him. I'm going to show you a video of him speaking on a Zoom call in Wayne County, Michigan, regarding certification of the voting process, which was held up by 2 Republicans in a 2-2 vote. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to, as the clip goes, it's only a 2-minute clip, I'm going to chime in and break it down.
We also know that the Secretary of State and the Attorney General have already tweeted out that your legal arguments are rubbish and you're going to lose when it comes to court. So we're not worried about that at all. I'm also not worried about any of your, things are bad so we can't certify arguments, because that's just ridiculous.
If you're not worried about the court battle, then what are you worried about? Why are you so anxious to get this thing certified?
You certified in August when they were worse. Less than 50% of the ballots were recountable. Now over 72% are. 58% of them were even balanced when it was less than 30% last time. So it's doubled. It's gotten way better because the Secretary of State actually jumped in and did her job, unlike you. But I know it's not going to change your opinion. You talked about not certifying Detroit, even though you acknowledged that Livonia, a city, by the way, I know you know is 95% white, had bigger variances than Detroit, which is 80% black. We understand, and you now added your name. So I'm not going to try to change your mind. I just want to let you know that the Trump stink, the stain of racism that you, William Hartman, and Monica Palmer have just covered yourself in, is going to follow you throughout history.
The Trump stain, racism, of course that he inserts the word racism there. And he repeats their names because they stand up for what they believe and against him. You'll note the fact that repeating their names is going to become somewhat frequent in his little 2-minute clip. It's not random.
Your grandchildren are going to think of you like Bull Connor or George Wallace. Monica Palmer and William Hartman.
He seems like a super duper nice guy, not full of hate and rage, not one bit. Note the fact that he repeats their names again.
Will forever be known in southeastern Michigan as 2 racists.
Racism. Again.
Who did something so unprecedented that they disenfranchised hundreds of thousands of black voters in the city of Detroit because they were ordered to.
How is asking for an honest election, an honest tally of votes, how is that at all racism? How does it disenfranchise people exactly? What about the votes that were honestly cast that would be disenfranchised? Should you not tally the votes honestly? Should there not be an honest election? Every single other vote was disenfranchised because you're cheating, because you're gaming the process and gaining an outcome that you desire at the expense of everybody else.
Probably, I know, Monica, you think Q told you to do it or some other crazy stuff like that.
Q, I imagine here, is a reference to QAnon, and he gets to call them crazy because of the allegation that he's insinuating.
But just know, when you try to sleep tonight, that millions of people around the world now on Twitter know the name Monica Palmer and William Hartman as 2 people completely racist and without an understanding of what integrity means or a shred of human decency.
Once again, he is repeating their names, trying to rile people up against them, accusing them of racism over and over again, trying to incite the mob against them. Physical violence. Once again, the accusation of racism. Where is the evidence? Where? You get to just throw that card out. You get to blaspheme people with it.
The law isn't on your side. History won't be on your side. Your conscience will not be on your side. And Lord knows, when you go to meet your maker, your soul is going to be very, very warm.
Once again, you can see the anger of this individual. He is accusing those he likely knows at best from afar, if he's ever met them before, of racism, calling into question their integrity, the integrity of the election being only about racism, and is warning those. What he's doing is he is using this as a warning to anyone else who might follow suit. All we have to do is name you, and the mob, Antifa, will be after you, the enforcers of the Democratic Party, so that he can enact his authoritarian ways and get the results that he desires by bullying people. This is doxing. This is, to repeat, bullying, a tactic. It was 2-2 in terms of certifying the votes in Wayne County. And after his little rant, after his little tirade, authoritarian tirade, demanding that people acquiesce to what he considers to be right under the threat of imminent punishment, the two people switched, and it was unanimously decided in favor of ratifying. And the excuse that they used is that it would go to the Secretary of State, where they could ask for an audit. Well, guess what? The Secretary of State in Michigan used to be a member on the board, I believe, of the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center. Do you think that that is going anywhere? This is how the left gets their way. They bully, they threaten, they dox. They're dishonest. And this man, Ned Staebler, is an evil, evil person. They use the power of the mob for enforcement. What he did is absolutely criminal. And I just wish to show you, and I want you guys to spread this video out so that people can see what actually happens, not necessarily behind the scenes, but what people don't know about. That's my hope. Let's all be made a little bit more aware. So share this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all notification bell, thumb this video up, and most of all, just have a peaceful day. Peace and blessings to everybody.